Hi, I'm Philip Craig, a pre-sales consultant in the AI Business Solutions team at ANS. This video is part of our D365 series, and today we're looking at Copilot in Dynamics 365 Field Service, specifically the AI features that are available right now for field service coordinators, dispatchers, and field technicians. If your team manages work orders, schedules engineers, and wants to reduce the time spent on admin, this is aimed at you. We're going to cover 4 capabilities. 2 are available on the platform today, and 2 are upcoming as part of Microsoft's 2026 Wave 1 release. I'll flag which is which as we go through. So what is Copilot in Field Service? It's not one single feature. It's a set of AI capabilities built into the platform, and today we're going to cover 4 of them. On screen, you can see them laid out, starting at the top with the Copilot chat sidecar. It's a natural language chat panel built into the Field Service web app. You can ask questions about your work orders and accounts, and it services the answers. Below that, we have the work order summary, a single button on the work order form that assembles the full picture. Asset history, booking detail, outstanding tasks, and the content changes depending on where the job currently is. Third, the scheduling operations agent, AI-driven scheduling that handles routine dispatch decisions automatically. And finally, mobile work order updates, where a technician describes what they've done in plain English. Copilot recommends the field updates, they confirm, and the work order is closed. I'd also like to mention that all 4 of these capabilities do not require any extra licensing. So that's 4 capabilities. Let me show you each one in the platform. So feature 1 is the Copilot chat sidecar. It's a chat panel built into the Field Service web app that lets you ask questions about your work orders and accounts in plain English. No extra license, no extra setup, it's included. Let me show you inside of Dynamics. Here we are inside the Field Service app. If we come up to the top right hand corner, we can open the Copilot chat sidecar. This is accessible from anywhere within the Field Service app. We have questions here that we can ask, such as what is today's focus and the overview, and we can also use natural language to ask questions. For example, we can ask, what is the status of job 00092? And we can see that the status is scheduled and marked as active. We could also ask questions such as how many jobs are open for Abacus FM? And here you can see that there are 25 open jobs currently associated with Abacus FM. This allows your coordinators to easily query questions and find out information in the system so that they can have the data readily accessible whenever they need. Feature 2 is the work order summary. On any work order form, there's a Copilot control that generates a plain English summary of the record. The content isn't fixed, it adapts to where the job actually is. Let me show you what that looks like across 3 different jobs. Here we are inside of the work order view. You can see jobs at different stages: unscheduled, scheduled, in progress, and completed. I'm going to open 3 of them and show you how the summary changes at each stage, starting with work order 00085. This is a scheduled vacuumation job for Guinness Homes created on the 24th of February and is high priority. Let's generate our Copilot summary and see what it pulls together. It's telling us that this work order is scheduled in Liverpool, Albert Dock, with a postcode of L34AF. It was created on the 24th of February at 2:05 PM and is currently in scheduled status. The service account is Genuine Homes, contactable on 0151 412 312, and the contact for this record is James Holloway, the operation manager. Scroll down and we can also see the bookings. 2 resources have been assigned: Vacuumation Unit 01 and the second engineer, both scheduled for this afternoon at 3 to 5:30 PM with travel time factored in. This is a scheduled job, so Copilot is focused on planning context: who's going, when, where, who to call. Now let's look at a job that's already underway. If we open work order 00083, this is a CCTV survey at Lime Street Station in Liverpool for Abacus FM, and it's currently in progress. Here we can see that the Copilot summary has shifted completely. Rather than planning context, it's focused on the current state. It tells us this is a CCTV inspection at Lime Street Station associated with Abacus FM on 00151 341 441, categorised as a CCTV survey standard drain, focusing on inspection activities with a CCTV unit, and it's also high priority. Looking at the booking panel, the associated engineer started on the 23rd of February, the job's been running, and the contact for Abacus FM is Emma Cartwright, the general manager. So this is the same feature with the same button, but a completely different summary because the job is in a completely different state. So now let's look at what happens once the job is closed. If we open up 00073 and generate our Copilot summary, we can see that this is for Abacus FM again, but this one is completed. So also the summary has shifted because of this. Now it's telling us the job was completed at Lime Street Station on the 27th of January. It ran from 8:15 to 12:15 PM for 3 hours and 27 minutes, and the assigned engineer was Ray Muir. We scroll down and we can see that financial summary has appeared. Products and services used, the total price of 600 estimated and actual, and there's also a resolution field. In this case, it notes no resolution was provided, which is useful information for a service manager reviewing the record. So that's 3 work orders, 3 completely different summaries, each one relevant to exactly where that job is in its life cycle. A coordinator picking up any of these gets the right context immediately without opening a single new tab. Feature 3 is where Copilot moves beyond surfacing information into actually acting on it with the scheduling operations agent. It's worth noting that this agent is going to be released in Microsoft's 2026 Wave 1 release, which will be available in summer 2026. So let me show you how it works in the platform. Here we are inside the field service in the schedule board. This is where dispatchers can assign work orders to technicians in the field. The scheduling operations agent is working against the current schedule. It looks at job requirements, engineer availability, skills, location and workload, and identifies where action is needed. So a series of jobs need assigning. Without the agent, the dispatcher would manually cross-reference the board, the skills matrix, and to map out exactly who is capable of carrying out the work. So here we can suggest a schedule and enter a resource. Let's enter Kelly Roberts. It's also worth noting that we can add up to 5 resources in here across the board. Our scheduling goal is maximum utilization and the time range is today. So let's press select schedule. And here the agent has made its recommendations. For the first job, there's a travel time of 1 hour before she reaches the location, and then she travels for another further hour until she reaches her second. Here she has 3 work orders. You can note that there's no travel time between these as they're all at the same location. Below we have a Bing Maps integration which shows the exact route that Kelly will be taking to carry out her jobs. If we click apply, we can see that this is automatically being added to the board here. This booking has now been placed, and that decision, which would have taken several minutes of manual checking, was made in seconds. At scale, across a full day of scheduling, this will compound significantly in saving time. So that's the scheduling operations agent, which is part of Microsoft's 2026 Wave 1 release, which will be available in summer of 2026. And now feature 4, mobile work order updates. This one's in preview, and to show you how it works, I'm going to walk you through the feature using the mobile interface. On screen, you can see the Copilot control in the new field service mobile experience. This is what technicians see when they open a booking on their phone. 2 options, Summarize, which generates the same work order summary we looked at earlier, and Update, which is what we're focusing on here. The way it works is straightforward. A job is complete, and rather than opening the work order form and filling in fields, booking status, end time, tasks, The technician selects update and describes what they did in plain English, typed out or spoken directly into the phone using standard text-to-speech. Copilot reads that description and recommends a specific field updates it thinks are needed. The technician sees those recommendations before anything changes. They review them, confirm what's right, and the work order is updated. The fields it can update are the ones that matter for closing out a job: booking status, booking times, task completion, product quantities and line status, and also service duration. It's working within a defined schema, so it's targeted and predictable, not open-ended. The key thing is that nothing happens automatically. Copilot makes a recommendation, the technician stays in control and confirms, so there's clean data with no extensive form filling, and the record is accurate from the moment the job is done. Let's pull it together. The Copilot chat sidecar lets a coordinator query their work orders and accounts in plain English, directly in the app and without navigating anywhere. The work order summary gives anyone picking up a job the full context in seconds, relevant to exactly where that job currently is, whether it's scheduled, in progress or completed, and that's available on the web and mobile app. The scheduling operations agent handles routine dispatch decisions automatically, the right engineer to the right job, consistently at scale, and is going to be released in the upcoming 2026 Wave 1 release. And mobile work order updates mean the technician describes the work and Copilot fills the form. Clean data with no friction. The release date is currently TBA for this feature. So that's 4 capabilities built into a platform you may already be running. If you want to see how any of these work in your environment or talk through what getting started looks like, get in touch with the A&S team. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.